Good morning and happy Monday. It's the last day of February 2022. And yes, we are now complete 2 months in the new year. And I wanted to come to you today about just how we can be better human beings to one another, to love one another, right? How we can actually hold space in this world in a way that inspires, uplifts, encourages, supports each other. Because we are living in such turmoil, and especially with what's happening around the world right now. And I want to be able to like just speak into not about me giving my opinion or telling you what to do, but really just to let's just talk about what it really means to just hold peace, hold grace, hold gratitude, and hold love in our hands for ourselves and for those in our community and for those around the world. Like how we as human beings connect. If you see in the top right, that's my logo for community. And it's because we are a community. The entire world, we're a community. We may not all be in the same vicinity as each other because there's just what? Almost 8 billion of us on the planet. And yet we haven't found a way to really live with each other in peace. We haven't been able to really live with each other with grace. We haven't really been able to live for each other with gratitude. And we haven't been able to like live in our world with complete love for one another. And that's unfortunate because we were not born into this world to do life alone. We were born in this world to be connected to one another. I truly believe that. And so, as I talk to you today about what it means for me to hold these four words that you see scrolling at the bottom of the screen, what it means for me, and maybe now you can start to reflect back on what it means for you as you go into today and live your day. I wake up every day. I've said this before on previous lives that I wake up every day with gratitude for another gift of a day that I've been granted, that I've been graced with, that I get to unwrap and explore a brand new, unlived, uncharted day, and that I get to actually design how I show up in the world, in the things that I say and I do, my interactions, my connections with people. And so, as I come live to you to just talk to you about peace and grace and gratitude, and most importantly, love, I want you to reflect on yourself, like to take some time to reflect on how you live your day, how you show up in your world. Who are you as a human being in the world? I'm not talking about all the titles that we all hold as businesswoman or as mom or wife or sister or daughter or grandmother or aunt. I'm talking about as a human being that has been born into this world, that has been gifted such an amazing opportunity of life to go through life in a way that is unbelievable, that we have been chosen. Because if you think back onto the moment, you, of course, wouldn't know this, but the moment of your conception, you were not the only choice for your father's donation to the creation. You were not the only choice, but you were chosen out of all of those eggs to be fertilized, to grow and then to be born into this world. And so if you've heard me say this before, that I truly believe that every human being is born to add value to this world, you are. I believe that we're all worthy. There's no value system, by the way, on worth when it comes to you as a human, because your worth was proven in the womb when you were chosen to be fertilized, to grow up in your mom's womb, to be born into the world, to be able to then go forward into the world and to make your mark on the world. So as you take today and as you look at the next few weeks of your life, the next few days, the next few months, the next few years of your life? How do you want to show up in this world moving forward? How can you be that person that shows up in a way that it's like, you know what? I choose to be the way I am because I know that my worth as a human being was proven when I was chosen. I was born. I can add value to this world. We are meant to connect with each other. We are meant to be together in community. And as we join together in community, we can make a difference. So the peace is, when you look at the dictionaries, the description of what peace is, it's freedom from disturbance, tranquility, right? But it also goes further and it talks about a state or period in which there is no war or a war has ended. Now, it's unfortunate that the world sees wars all the time. It is I believe, people just looking to take over something rather than let's look at this as community, but instead I want to be power over everything. And I truly believe that if we look at peace from the place of community, of supporting, of encouraging, of uplifting, of inspiring, we can have such a much better place in this world, right? And how we as humans, each individually, show up in our day to day, in the gift of another day, in how you get to unwrap and explore another day, that you get to design how you show up in the things that you say and you do. And you can do that with grace. With grace. Grace is simple elegance or refinement of movement, right? You do the honor or credit to someone or something by one's presence, right? And so showing up gracefully in your day and how you navigate it, how you choose, how you decide to show up as the human who was born to add value, that should in itself stop you in its tracks and say, hey, wait a second. I was born, I was chosen. Out of all of those other choices, I was chosen to be born into this world, to now get to add value. How can I do this with a peaceful frame of mind, with grace, and with gratitude? Because again, like I said, you get another day that you get to live, that you get to show up, and you get to decide how you're going to show up in the things you say and you do. And so I always end my days with gratitude. I start with gratitude, and I am so grateful again for the day, but also for the connections in my life, for the people in my life who love me, who support me, who uplift and encourage me, inspire me to keep going in my life. And that inspires me how I show up and how I design my day and the things I'm going to say and do, and how that aligns with my day, how that aligns with my core values as a human being, and what I was born to add value, how I was born to add value to this world. I take that and I get into that vibrational energy of gratitude, and I go throughout my day. And at the end of the day, I bookend my day with gratitude because I can look back over a day well lived because I was intentional in the things that I was doing. I was intentional about how I was showing up and the things I was saying, the things I was doing. And that way I can then celebrate the moments of things that I accomplished, anchoring in those celebration memories into my heart, right? Because at the end of my year, I do a year audit, and I can look back over my year and say, wow, what a year. The moments that were created, the creation of these memories that I get to hold on to. They are not only in here in my heart, up here in my brain, but I document them on paper. They're there. I can look at them and see the things that I've done. So, bookending my day with gratitude, that's how I choose to live my day. And the last, of course, is love, because love is, I believe, the most powerful tool that we have in our tool belt that we get to use on a daily basis in how we interact with each other. When we look at each other, at our interactions with each other with a loving heart, we can be so much better. Our life can be so much better. What we do, what we say, the interactions we have, inspiring each other to be our best selves. So if I sound like this is like I am so fired up about it, I am, because I truly believe that we as human beings, it's our responsibility to encourage, to uplift, to support, to inspire one another to be our best selves and to show up that way every single day. So going forward, every single day, I want you to wake up with this attitude of gratitude. Seriously. You've heard the saying attitude of gratitude, but I want you to really think about what that means. Because again, you've been given the gift of life because you were chosen. You were chosen to, out of all of those choices, to grow up in your womb of your mom, to be born into this world, to be given a gift to add value to this world. So I want you to look at each day as a gift of another day that you get to unwrap and explore and design how you show up as a human being in this world, in the things that you say and do, and adding more love, more peace, more grace, more gratitude, and more love into this world as a community, connecting with one another. So if you have not thought about this on a deeper level, take some time today. Who am I? Say who, ask yourself, who am I? Who am I being? Not when it comes to other things in our life, but as a human. Who am I being as a human? Can I do better? Because we all can do better. And we can support each other. And we can be a great community, a world community. So that's my inspiration for you. And I hope that it hit home. I really, truly do. Because I care. I truly, truly do. That's why I come live. I love going live, by the way. But this is why, because I get to share a message which I think is powerful and that so many people need to hear. Even myself sometimes, to remind myself sometimes of why I am here, of what I do. So I hope that you guys have a fantastic Monday. Always, always, always remember to look at your days with an attitude of gratitude, because with the right attitude, it will put you in the right mindset for when life throws curveballs or puts up those roadblocks in your way and your emotions take over. You don't want to let your emotions manage you and steal your time, but allowing yourself to take back that power so that you have better responses and you can have more balance, peace, and harmony in your life. And you can be a better human being, a better version of yourself every single day. I hope you have a great Monday. I will see you guys again soon. Bye for now.